When Akibo brought his new bride back to the village, everyone said she was a very beautiful woman. But Akibo warned them, beautiful women do not like to work, and this one is so beautiful that she cannot work at all. And so every day, the woman could be seen sitting in the shade of her hut, smiling sweetly, looking at the other women as they worked hard at the many tasks that were needful for keeping the village running smoothly. One day, Akibo decided to go on a journey. It was then that the other women began to grumble. Why does she eat all our food but does no work? She looks capable. Finally, the fat cousin had had enough. Here, take this calabash and go down to the river and fetch some water. So the beautiful woman went down to the river and put the calabash in the water and got some water and began walking back along the sandbank. And as she did so, she felt the weight of the water in her calabash, and she felt the sand oozing up around her ankle. But she was so beautiful and so delicate, she could do nothing as the sand rose higher and higher along her calf, along her knee, along her thighs, along her torso, until there was nothing left of the beautiful woman. When Akibo came back from his village, he asked everyone, "Where is the beautiful woman?" At last, the fat cousin said, "We are sorry, Akibo, but a lion came to the village and ate her." "That is a lie," said Akibo. "For if a lion came to this village, he would eat you who are juicy and fat, not my beautiful, slender wife." So at last they told him the truth. Now Akibo was in a state of despair. He went to the village wise man. "There is one thing you must do. You must go to the river with your drums, and you must take the village women with you, and you must beat on your drums, and they must jump up and down on the shore of the river." So Akibo went to the river, and he beat on his drums, louder and louder, and the women began to jump, and they jumped higher and stronger and longer, until at last the earth began to vibrate, and the beautiful woman emerged from the sand. And the people were so happy and joyous, they celebrated all the way home. And from this day forward, the beautiful woman can be seen sitting in the shade of her hut, smiling sweetly, and she was never required to do any work ever again.
Ashe, ashe.